First fish on the spoon.
Brad just got one on the spoon, y'all. Okay, Brad.
They're here. Oh! Bam!
Where was that at?
That one was further out. He was further out. Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are back with another Tackle Tuesday video today. And today we're going to talk about springtime fishing here on the Alabama Gulf Coast or anywhere that you're out saltwater fishing. Today's video is sponsored by Fish Gum, the channel. First link down in the description. Make sure you go check him out. Show him some love for sponsoring the channel, helping me out, helping me make all these videos. So go check out his channel. A lot of really cool stuff over there. Again, first link down in the description. But today, like I mentioned, we're going to be talking about springtime fishing, which is right around the corner. It is like, I don't know, March 22nd or something right now. So we got spring right around the corner. We got some warm air. We got thunderstorms starting to roll in. So that means springtime fishing is just about here. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright guys, as you all know, springtime fishing, everybody and their mother is going out to try to catch some pompano, which has already started. They've been a few and far between here in Alabama, but further east over in Florida they have been catching some pompano. And I know that is what everyone loves to target in the spring. I just did a video a couple weeks ago talking about everything you need to know to make sure you're targeting these pompano exactly how you need to and give yourself the best opportunity to be successful. So if you missed that video, I'll have that link down below. Make sure you go check that one out first. But today we're going to talk about some of the other opportunities we have around here in the springtime fishing, not just for pompano. Now, one of my favorite things to do, which I just started doing last year, is walking the beach and chasing big schools of fish. In the spring, we get a lot of different species that are running the beaches and a lot of opportunities to catch big fish from the beach. One of the favorite ways to do that is with a big popper. This is the Halco Rooster popper. Really fun to walk the beach with and just cast at these big schools of fish. We get big schools of redfish and Jack Crevalle running the beaches.
They're right up here. They're going freaking nuts.
Look at these fish, guys. Oh, he ate it again. He dropped it. Starting in the spring into early summer. And throwing a popper has got to be the most fun way to catch these fish. Just going out early morning and seeing these fish blowing up and then throwing a topwater and having them explode on a topwater bait is like the coolest thing in the world. So if you want to get out there and catch some of these fish and have an awesome experience, make sure you go pick up some poppers. It doesn't have to be the Halco. I got Nomads, I got Yozuris. Honestly, I've caught fish on all of them. Some of them can be fairly expensive, but I'll have a few options linked down below if you want to go check them out, pick up some poppers. And if you're out there walking the beach looking for these schools, another thing you're definitely going to want to have is a big casting spoon. Occasionally, if we get a strong south wind, it can be tough to throw that popper, or if these fish are a little further out.
Where was that at?
That one was further out. He was further out. If you get a 2-ounce spoon, it's going to make it much easier to reach these fish. You're going to be able to cast it a mile, cut through that wind, and still reach these big schools of fish, and they're going to hammer it. A lot of times when these jacks and reds are blowing up, they will eat pretty much anything you throw at them. But topwater's just a cool experience. And then spoon, like I said, you can cast it a mile. Or if it's a little rougher out there and you can't work that topwater, you can get that spoon, kind of let it sink down a little bit, and then work it back. A spoon is a really great option for targeting these fish. One other thing that I just started doing last year is targeting speckled trout in the surf. Oh, target species, baby. Heck, yes. I went out a few times with old Bama Beach Bum. Nice fish. Holy crap.
Oh my gosh.
And this was really the first year that I've been able to target these fish while in the surf, outside of just getting lucky and catching one on a pompano rig. Actually walking the beach and targeting these fish. Now with the speckled trout, they're typically going to be hanging out in these deep pockets, almost the same as if you were going out and targeting whiting. You just want to go and look for the deep troughs. And so when you're walking the beach, you don't want to just be casting everywhere. You want to specifically target these spots and get as much production out of your time as possible. Now one of my favorite lures for throwing at these speckled trout is gonna be a Mirrodine. Throwing this little twitch bait like this is gonna be money when you're targeting these fish in the surf. You can also throw some jerk baits as well. A lot of different options. Anything that you would typically target speckled trout, like back in the creeks and stuff, you can use those same baits and target them in the surf. They're gonna be eating those same baits. But a Mirrodine seems to be the go-to. That's what I was using last year, and we were tearing them up pretty good. If you want, I don't have any on the table, but if you want, you can get like a paddle tail and a jig head. You can throw those at them. You can throw some gulp shrimp. Like I said, a lot of different options. Anything that you would typically target speckled trout, they're still gonna eat it in the surf. But make sure you're just targeting those deep pockets. I'm gonna have a few options of some baits linked down below if you wanna go check those out, pick some stuff up. But I'm super, super excited to be able to do a few different things out on the beach. This winter has been pretty dead. It's about to turn around, it's about to get good. And once we kind of get into like late spring and early summer, we are gonna start getting all those ladyfish and the Spanish. The Spanish should actually be here pretty soon as well. And I love catching Spanish from the beach. Look at these birds. This is insane. Craziest thing I've seen. These fish are blowing up. I didn't even reel in his hook. This is crazy. What you want to do with those is you want to be able to kind of go a little smaller. So I like throwing a diamond jig. It's gonna be a real small presentation. It's gonna match the bait. A lot of times we're gonna be chasing little glass minnows down the beach. When he hit the ground, literally threw up like 20 little bait fish. Yeah, just like that.
This is what they're eating, these glass minnows. So you got, like, look at this diamond jig. Like, that's a perfect imitation of what they're eating. What's crazy is, like, if you're not throwing something like that, as fired up as they are, like if you throw too big a spoon, they won't hit it. Like, they are so keyed in on this size bait. You have to imitate that.
And so throwing a smaller bait is going to work really great for those Spanish. Once we start getting Spanish, we'll have bluefish and we'll have ladyfish. And so there's going to be a ton of species that you can catch walking down the beach. And it really makes for a good time. You know, sometimes it does get old sitting there, set rig fishing. You're just waiting on some fish to come by. And to kind of help kill that time, you can walk the beach, throw these lures. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll get there like super early in the morning before the sun even comes up. You can actually get out there and throw some baits like right when the sun starts to come up. Looks like a bluefish. Wild little guy. First fish of the morning, a nice blue. You can probably pick up a few fish, and then as the sun's getting up, you can throw out your set rigs, try to see if you can't catch some pompano or whiting. Really try to maximize your time out there on the beach, especially if you are down here on vacation. Maybe you only got a week to fish, and you're trying to fit in as much as possible. This is gonna help you be the most productive. Get out there early, throw some lures. As the sun's starting to come up, you can throw out your set rigs if you want to try to catch some pompano. But if you are out there and you don't really want to throw set rigs or you want to just walk the beach, you can also transition over to a pompano jig. Salty makes pompano jigs, you can pick up some of those. And while you're walking the beach, you can throw that jig and you can pick up some pompano on the beaches as well without having to throw out the set rigs. So ton of opportunities, ton of options out here in the springtime. I am so ready. It has been a long wait. It seems like every year it takes longer and longer to go through winter and get to springtime because the struggle has been real. But guys, that's quick and easy. Just want to do a quick little rundown of kind of some of the options we have in the surf outside of just set rig fishing. A couple of the baits that I like to throw off the beach. Again, I'll have some of those baits linked down below. If you're interested in picking any of those up, make sure you go check them out. Please give the video a thumbs up, helps me out a ton, helps grow the channel. If you have not subscribed to the channel already, please go do so now. Helps me out a ton. Trying to hit some big goal this year, so looking forward to it. But I appreciate it, guys. Hope y'all can catch some fish this spring. If you have any other questions or anything else you want me to talk about here on a Tackle Tuesday, comment down below. I'll make that video for you. But guys, until next time, y'all take care.